You have problems with your knees, walking is sometimes difficult for you, climbing stairs and so on. With this routine, if you do it regularly, you have a good chance that your knees will improve and you will be able to run much better again up and down the stairs. Be amazed at how much is possible when you practice regularly. We start with the first exercise. The first exercise is to sit down and take your left leg back. It may be that you are already stuck now, then you stay like this and keep going further back. But maybe you can also get closer to the ground with the ankle or get closer to the heel with the buttocks. Okay, I'll continue. But you only go as far as it is still tolerable for you. Adjusting screw 1 here, adjusting screw 2 here. And now comes adjustment screw number 3. You pull in the belly button as far as possible, and with the belly button pulled in, come back more and more with the upper body. And then you feel a very large tensile stress here, and you have to enjoy it, because from experience we know. It relieves your knee, because then the tensions around the knee are normalized. And just as it gives way, you notice it by how the intensity of pain decreases. And you always stay so close to the limit that it is just bearable. And keep in mind that your pelvis tilts backwards. So not only the upper body, but also the pelvis itself must be tilted backwards, then the effect is better. And then you stay in your position and want to stretch your leg with all your strength. Now you can feel how the muscle tightens, and you want to stretch even more and stretch even more. And this strength training, it brings really good well-being now. You will feel it. The chances are very high. Relax again and continue moving the belly button backwards, taking the pelvis with you. And again, tighten firmly, relax, go further again, tighten firmly, relax, and go further again. And slowly out again. Move slowly, always so that the body can get used to it well. And now I'll turn around so you can see it better. The other side, first with the ankle as close to the ground as possible, then with the buttocks as close to the heel as possible. But as I said, if there are only gaps there, then that's just how it is. Then it gets a little better every day, the more often you repeat the routine, because the body gets more and more used to it. And then pull in the belly button and now take the pelvis back. And then you feel again here this great tension, which, let's say, frees the knee. Start breathing, take a deep breath, and come a little further into the stretch while exhaling. Feel deeply into your thigh. It may extend to the groin. It may also radiate to the back. That's okay. You don't need to worry about it. Must just be tolerable. And now we start here as well and press with the foot, with the right one, as hard as possible against the ground. Push back as hard as possible, push back even more, and then relax and continue to stretch. And then again, build up pressure, right foot presses against the ground, press harder, press even harder, release, go in further. And slowly come out again, move your legs a little straight, and now we do the front thigh exercise. It looks like this. You lie on your stomach, bend your leg, and practically reach back until you can grab your foot. If you can't reach it completely, then I'll just hold on to your trouser leg, or somehow in any case you have to pull the leg. And then you press the groin against the floor, and when your groin is on the floor, you gradually pull your foot towards your buttocks. First, go nicely on stretching. This is the exercise that many also do standing up, but standing up it is always a bit difficult because the exercise is then much less valuable when the hip is bent. And when you do them standing, you often bend the hip without really noticing, then the effect is greatly reduced. And then I tense up and want to stretch my leg. I want to stretch it, but I'm holding it tight. And even more stretches. And relax and tighten further. And then stretch the leg again. Concentrate well on directing the force. The more force is applied, the better the effect. Release again and tighten further. And want to stretch again. Want to stretch more. Not a millimeter, but give in. Want to stretch even more. Loosen and tighten again. And then slowly move out again, stretch, move a little. And then we do the same on the other side. We reach back with the right hand and press the right groin firmly against the ground before we start pulling the foot back now. Always remember that the groin continues to press against the ground and does not lose contact. And take a deep breath. And increasingly so as it gives way, go into stretching, always staying in the intensity that is just still tolerable. Deep breathing facilitates further stretching. Breathe in deeply, breathe out deeply. And now we slowly but surely try to straighten the leg, but hold it tight and press at the same time. The right groin against the floor and let loose and pull the foot a little further towards the buttocks. And then again, the leg wants to stretch more and even more. And relax and pull towards the buttocks. Wait until everything gives in nicely, then pull tighter. And again, wanting to stretch correctly, wanting to stretch more, and let go and pull closer. And slowly stretch the leg again, and now we go up and go to the opposite side. Now we are going to the back of the legs. We want to loosen everything up here in the front. Now we're going to loosen everything up in the back. Keep the foot straight, position the other leg so that you can progressively pull yourselves forward on the shin through such a movement. Pull the forefoot actively backwards, the left knee is fully extended. And now, staying in the hollow of your back, pull forward, and then you will notice that it immediately starts to pull here in the back of the knee. Therefore, this exercise is also the most unpopular, one could say. And the trick is to trigger this unpleasant feeling in the back of the knee, but to allow it only in such a measured way that one does not lose the desire to keep exercising. That it is still fun, because stretching must be fun, very important. Because having fun is relaxation, and anything that's cramped we don't like, and too much pain is tension, and that would be counterproductive. So always keep pulling forward nicely. Breathe while doing it. Also consciously perceive how the resistance decreases during exhalation and more space is released. Inhaling is always more tension and exhaling is relaxation. In the exhalation, pull yourself forward nicely and grab the foot, the right foot, however you want. You can also use the foot movement as an amplifier, which is practical. When I pull my foot down, then it pulls my shoulder and thus my torso with it. Can still be used as fine adjustment. And now I pull back with the torso, and at the same time I press the back of the knee to the ground and the heel. Trunk back, knee pit down, heel down. A lot, very specifically targeted force. Loosen up and continue pulling forward, continue going deeper into the stretch. The same on the other side. Fully extend your right leg and position your left leg so that you can comfortably pull yourself. Right foot is standing upright and now the foot is pulled back as far as possible. And with our arms we pull the torso, which remains in a hollow back, further and further forward. And now you also notice here in the back of the knee again this uncomfortable feeling which we have to bear, because if it is not uncomfortable, the exercise does not make sense, has no effectiveness. We must learn to love the pain, the measured pain. Must not be too little, then there is no need to do the exercise, it's a waste of time. But it must not be too much either, because that brings too much pain and too much counterforce. And that is indeed the opposite of what we want to achieve. Keep moving forward. Increasingly forward, the foot pulls back. And then we press down to the ground with the back of the knee. The torso wants to go back, but you hold it firmly. And the heel presses into the ground and increases, and even more and even more and a little bit more. And relax and pull forward again and slowly come out. And to conclude, we will do something very special. We take a knee splint or also a few books that have a corresponding height and place them like that. Make sure to stand on both feet in such a way that we are already pre-stretched in the ankle. Align the chair accordingly. So, now it starts with us going forward until it pulls up in the calf. And then go down in the hollow back. This is essentially a similar exercise to the last one we just did on the mat. The elevation under the forefoot causes the calf to be strongly tensioned, and this frees it nicely. You will notice it when you get off there after a few minutes. It is usually a completely different feeling. Go down with the knee fully extended and in a hollow back. Breathe in nicely and come out again. Swing your legs a little. Feel into your knees and rejoice in what you feel. Do it regularly so that it becomes a permanent condition. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click the bell now so you don't miss any video, and you get an explanatory video about the knee if you click here. Look at it. Great that you were there. I had fun with you. Goodbye.